In this video, we're going to be covering paid advertising for realtors. If you're new here, my name is Jeff Adolfi. I'm a marketing consultant that helps realtors master paid ads. I do offer a one-on-one consulting service as well as done-for-you services, so if you're interested in those, then click the link down below. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. In this presentation, we will be covering paid advertising for realtors and looking at the different platforms that we could run paid ads on. And yeah, without further ado, we'll get right into it. So, some of the popular advertising platforms out there, we have Facebook ads, which also include Instagram, but we'll get into that. So, Facebook ads and Google ads. So, the strengths with Facebook ads, Facebook allows for precise targeting based on demographics and interests and even behavior. The only caveat to this is that you're in the real estate space, and there's something called a special ads category, and housing is one of them. So, if you're running ads under that category, which you should since you're in real estate, then the targeting will be limited. You can't target based on age or demographics, and interests are very, very limited, and they might even be completely open at this point. Facebook is really effective for showcasing property listings, engaging with the local audience, promoting open houses, stuff like that. And it is very visually appealing. The format overall is just meant for engagement. Now, with the Google ads, Google is a search engine. Same with YouTube. I would liken Facebook to like a billboard. Since you have to do open targeting, anyone can see it, but Facebook does have a really good algorithm. The people that click on it are most likely interested in your services, and Facebook will pick up on that and then find other people that look like the person that clicked on your ad. That way, it starts to build an audience of people interested in your service. Now, the Google also has a really good algorithm, but since it is a search engine, it will just automatically target people that are currently searching for real estate terms. If someone is on Zillow looking for houses, Google will flag them. And then when you run your ads, you will be targeting the people that are searching for houses at this very moment. We call that intent based targeting or search based targeting. You can leverage keywords or just leverage location to target those people that are actively looking for information on buying or selling homes. Now, this is very, very powerful. Now, Instagram, really similar to Facebook. Instagram is highly visual. And then also, you get to gain followers on Instagram, which helps with organic traffic as well. So, the bigger audience you have, the more organic inbound leads you will get. And that's a little cherry on top when you're running paid ads. And then again, just like Facebook, Instagram is very interactive. You have stories, you can do Q&As, polls, respond to comments, DMs. There's a lot of ways to interact with your audience, which makes it really, really nice. Now with TikTok, TikTok is all videos, all short form content. Now, this makes it more engaging because videos build more trust than pictures. So that's something to keep in mind. You get to show your personality a little more. And also with TikTok, you target a younger demographic. So that's also really nice. You can educate them, have a young user base on there, whereas Facebook might be a little bit older. And here is where you will find a lot of first time home buyers or individuals just exploring the real estate market for the first time. So this is also really nice. If you specialize in working with first-time home buyers, then this could be of interest to you. And like I said, TikTok allows for a lot of creativity. A lot of different trends go on there, so you could tap into those. A lot of trending audios, trending phrases that you can use to connect with your audience. Now, when running paid ads, there's a couple different categories you can go into when creating your campaign. For you, you're going to want to go with lead generation, but there are other ones like brand awareness, property promotion, and audience engagement. I always recommend just sticking to lead generation. So with lead generation, you're actively trying to get prospects to give you their contact information. That way you can follow up with them and then eventually move forward with them in either their home buying or home selling process. Brand awareness, this is just to increase visibility. Now, I wouldn't run ads for this. For this, I would just use organic content. So just, posting valuable content on either YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, things like that. Property promotion, you can add this into lead generation. So you could be promoting a property in a lead generation campaign. You still get people to click on your ads and also give you the information. So that could be a subset of lead gen, a specific strategy you use in lead gen. Audience engagement. For this, I would also put this under organic content. So, stories, posts, polls, Q&As, stuff like that, surveys. This is better suited for organic content. Now, you could get this out of paid ads, but for paid ads, I recommend just sticking with lead gen. Now, like I mentioned, with paid ads, you could do demographic targeting. This may or may not be limited because you're running ads for real estate, but this is just something to have in mind and be aware of because it is really powerful. So, with this, you can define your target audience based on either geographical parameters or interests, like I mentioned before, age, income, things like that. So, you can get really specific with who you want to target, and these platforms have a lot of data on their users. So oftentimes this stuff will be accurate. If you come up with the right combination, you will get exactly who you're looking for. And then now we have custom and lookalike audiences. If you have a list of contacts already, you can upload that list to platforms like Facebook and then target ads specifically to those contacts. And then from that list, you can create a lookalike audience. After you upload those contacts to something like Facebook, Facebook will scan them and then find people that look like them, have the same interests, maybe live in the same places, and you will create what's called a lookalike audience. And this is something you want to do once you find a winning audience. So if you find a handful of prospects that have certain interests and you see like some similarities, then you want to create a lookalike audience off of that batch because you already know that's a winning audience. So you can create an even larger audience that looks just like them and then start running ads to them. Now, how to design visually appealing ads. High quality property images. This is really, really important. You want to use professional pictures of your properties. And if you're using a video, you want to have good quality video, good audio, good lighting. And then now with the headlines, you want to have clear and compelling headlines. So you don't want to make it too long, keep it concise, make it attention grabbing. And in the case of videos, this could kind of be your hook. You want to make your hook grab the attention of the viewer. You don't want to make it too long because oftentimes in the first 3 to 5 seconds, that's when someone will determine whether they want to watch your video or not. So this is really similar to the headline. So convey the main selling point of the property and pay attention to the wording that you're using. Then the actual ad copy, you want to be persuasive and informative. Definitely highlight the benefits of the property, have some bullet points in there. Definitely add some emojis to make it a little more fun and appealing. And then lastly, call to actions. So like I said in the last presentation, you want to have a clear and actionable call to action. Don't just have your contact information or don't just have like the calendar link. Tell the prospect exactly what you want them to do. So schedule a viewing, contact you, book an appointment, things like that. You want to be really, really clear and have some spacing between the call to action and the rest of the ad copy so that it's easy to see. So now you want to have a realistic advertising budget. So first of all, determine your goals, what you want to get out of your ads. Then you want to look at the different platforms. Things like YouTube, just know that it will be only videos. There's not much ad copy. There's really no ad copy at all. Headline, not going to really make a difference. It's going to be the video. So be prepared to have good lighting, good audio, and be comfortable on video because you do have to be good on video for YouTube ads to work well. With Instagram and Facebook, you could use images and ad copy. Ad copy and headlines make a bigger difference here on these platforms. And then with every platform, they will have different costs associated with them. And I don't mean like hidden fees, but they'll have the same metrics like CPC, CPM, CPL. I'm going to cover that in a little bit. These will be higher on some platforms than others. So, for example, these numbers would be higher on Google and YouTube than it is on Instagram and Facebook. And then the most important part is testing and optimizing. You want to start with a smaller budget, test out different ads, test out pictures, videos, test out different headlines, copy. And then once you find your winning ads, that's when you want to start pumping more money into them. So regularly review and optimize your budget allocation based on the performance. You want to be looking at your numbers and seeing what makes sense, see what's working, see what's not working. The numbers will tell you everything, which is one thing I really like about paid advertising. It kind of takes the emotion out of it, and you're just looking at the data and making decisions based off that. So these are some metrics that you're going to want to understand and look for when running ads. So we have CPC, this is cost per click, CPM, cost per 1,000 impressions, and then CPL, cost per lead. So CPC, this is how much money you have to spend to get somebody to click on your ad. CPM, this is the cost per 1,000 impressions, so like 1,000 views. For lead gen, you're not really going to have to worry about this at all, but it is good to know what it is. And then cost per lead. In the case of lead generation, this will be how much money you have to spend to get somebody to submit their contact information. So once somebody fills out a form, they're then now classified as a lead. So how much money do you have to spend to get a form submission? So that could be an example of CPL. Another one could be an appointment. how much money you have to spend to get a lead to book an appointment with you. That could also be what you classify as a lead. This is really up to you, and this is all trackable. Now, some more metrics: CTR, click-through rate. So this looks at the percentage of users who click on your ad after viewing it. If you have 100 impressions or 100 views and 5 people click on it, you have a 5% click-through rate. So this will tell you how well your ad is resonating with the audience that you're targeting. Now, conversion rate, this tracks the percentage of users who take the desired action after clicking on your ad. So again, that could be submitting a form or scheduling a viewing or booking an appointment. These things will tell you how well you're optimizing your campaigns. So if you change one headline to another headline, or you change the picture to another picture, or maybe video one didn't really have good audio, then video two does have good audio, you will see that the conversion rate and click through rate either goes up or down. So that would tell you if you made a good change or a bad change. And as I will mention, you only ever want to change one thing at a time so you can clearly track what is working and what's not. And then lastly, return on ad spend. This is how much of a return you're getting on the money you spend on advertising. Now, this is much easier to track with something like e-commerce. You put $10 in and then you get $30 in sales. That's a 3x return on ad spend or 3x ROAS. With lead gen, it's not as clear in terms of numbers like that, but you can see how many leads you're getting, the quality of the leads, and how many of those leads you are moving forward with. And you definitely want to check these metrics regularly. Set a schedule for reviewing these metrics and then just try to identify the trends. You can use external analytics tools, but these platforms will give you enough data for you to make decisions on your ads. A/B testing, that's the same as split testing, which I mentioned before. Just testing different variations of an ad, testing different call to actions, different images, different headlines. You always want to be testing. You never want to stop testing because that's how you will find all of your winning ads. 9.9 times out of 10, the very first ad you put up will not be your best ad, and there will always be something that you can improve on. And then you could also adjust your targeting parameters, but since you will be running ads under housing, this may or may not apply to you. Whatever you can change, you definitely want to test that out as well, but definitely start out with broad advertising. And like I mentioned before, I have this little note at the bottom. You never want to make more than one change at a time. And now for your actionable next steps. I want you to pick just one advertising platform, spend no more than 1 week learning about it, and then just get your first ad up. Like I said, odds are no matter how long you spend studying on these advertising platforms, your first ad will not be your best ad. So just get one up, get some numbers in, look at the data, and then start making some improvements from there. You're only going to learn by doing, so I do not want you to get stuck in analysis paralysis. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this section, and I'll see you in the next presentation.